Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Greysark, Undercity, blue side. Couple of Daemonhunters. First up is YZ, and we've got Django. These guys fight in melee combat, powerful psychers with support and control. Rounded off the team, Exterminatus is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Some World Eaters. I guess it's the elite scheme. Red team, ggdg zill is a Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, with powerful disruption and support, fighting in melee combat by default with a basic synapse. I shall call you Carlos. Alongside, Go Outside is a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, and the Freebooters DLC. We've got a pirate orc over here. Rounding off the team's Fritz with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. In the bottom of the map, I guess, against the Sorcerer. Two Daemonhunters alongside each other. Warboss trying to cap the mid, has capped the mid wreck point actually. Now we're going to try and smash up some Stormtroopers. There's your shooter boys, where's the others? Oh, they're capping the contested wreck point down there. There's the Rift Tear from the Daemonhunter, one of his starting abilities. As you can see, it does persist for a few seconds after you leave the effect. Took half his hit points in damage there, the Warboss. Hive Tyrant was getting very, very excited. Pushed all the way up to the power for some reason. And has now been forced off. Barely got away, in fact. Uh-oh. We saw Banishment on the double Hormagaunts really messed him up. Warboss is fighting the Daemonhunter. Probably should be tying up some Stormtroopers, but he gets it done. Stormtroopers run away. Maybe could have played that a little bit better, splitting those guys up and staying in play a bit more. But Django gets away safely at least. Termagant's capping the northeastern VP. This is contested. Red team have a natural VP in the south. Blue team have a natural VP in the west. We have some shotgun scouts for Fritz. Double CSM for Exterminatus. And Storm Boys on the way for Go Outside. These heretics are just taking shots here. Completely forgotten about by Exterminatus. Force Commander gets in there. They're going to go down. Yeah, they're done for. Even if they retreat, Force Commander will finish them off. Chainsaw to the neck. Down they go. Not sure what they were looking at. There's the Sorcerer. Sorcerer's gone up to get a decap of the natural VP. No gens yet there for the red team. I don't think it was bashed. Blue team have 3 over here. These powers are safer, so the red team have built this one up first. They are quite safe, the powers in the south and the west. Because the VPs are also there, I didn't want the powers to be too easy to hit. It's kind of a double whammy if you get your VP pushed and your power pushed at the same time. Storm Boys jumping in. Gonna chop up this Sorcerer with their power melee damage. Trying to get the cap. Yeah, need to run away. Might go down, in fact. They could still jump, I think. Should be jumping again to try and finish him. Oh, they didn't do it. Just needed one more hit. Northeast is kicking off. Not sure what that was. Do you have Rending Talons? Oh, Carlos has got some Rending Talons. That's what that was. That was a Seismic Roar that you saw. Not sure what he would have used it against. Oh, I guess the Strike Squad. Look, they've run away with one model. Got some Purgation up here for YZ. But they need to back away from this. Using Purged by Flame to slow down all of that stuff, including the Hive Tyrant. Ordinarily, they would suppress units with their attacks, which won't affect the Hive Tyrant. There's the Rift Tear again. From YZ, I think. See the range it has. Oh, maybe it wasn't actually. Maybe it was from Django. Also put Indomitable on himself there. Look at it. Means that he can't move or do anything, but he does get damage immunity for 4 or 5 seconds, I think. But then goes down. Can you put it on enemies? I think you can put it on enemies. Like to take them out of the fight for a few seconds. It's a cool ability. Has some interesting uses if it works the way I think it does. Here comes YZ. Trying to... There we go. Tying up some shooter boys. Took a while. But he got there. Just shot them at point blank range for a second. Slugger's trying to move in. No burners up on these guys, so they don't have the extra health. And they got too close to base turrets. Here's Carlos. Will be very dangerous with the Rending Talons in Tier 1 against those Strat Squad fellas. 441 to 456. Meanwhile, it's quiet at the bottom. Double CSM. Some heretics. Oh, Fritz has lost their scouts along the way. Those guys had shotguns too. Probably got shot up by double CSM, eh? Aspiring champion for the heretics. Looks like it's cleared up in the northeast. They have defended the power. And this guy could get revived quite easily. There we go. Gonna level up YZ. Got a Ravener Brood for Zill. There they are with their ranged Devourer weapons. Can also Burrow Strike to disrupt. And that's a good target for it. Triple Stormtroopers all piled up like that. They all have grenade launchers that could deliver big bursts of damage and obviously lots of disruption potential. Try and chain it together. Carlos got messed up there. I think he's going to get away though. He's alright. Oh, does Rift Tear affect friendly units too? I guess so. Certainly slowed down that strike squad. 406 to 456 on the VPs. There's that Armor of Fortitude again. Temporarily places units in a stasis state. Doesn't tell me how long there, unfortunately. We got burners up for the sluggers. More health, some power melee weapons. Fritz finally gets another unit on the field. It's more tactical marines. Does not get more scouts up. But look at this. Exterminatus was not able to push with double CSM, noise marines and heretics. I'm not sure how. These guys must have got a really good jump and got some kills quickly or something. Force commander with battle cry can amplify all his units, make them do more damage. But should have been able to deal with it, I think. Shooter boys with big shooters for go outside, both of them. Another push by the red team onto the northeast. And YZ is alone. Although Django is coming back out of base. Tier 2 for both of those guys. Purgation are kind of hanging back a bit. Do you try and stop the Warboss here, or do you try and stop the tide coming towards you with the double Hormagaunts? I guess you just get jumped by Storm Boys, that's what happens. Some grenade launcher barrages going in. Daemonhunter uses the Rift Tear, but it does slow himself down. Wow. Grenade launchers doing some work to the Hormagaunts. In fact, they were wiped out. Well done, fellas. Storm Boys with the jump in. Using their warp for some speed and damage. Might see a banishment unless it's already been used. They're retreating, must have been used already. Getting way too close to base again. The red team are kind of fumbling through. They should be bashing power. There's no reason to push that much because now they're just forced off and blue team get back to the VP again and their power wasn't hit. Exterminatus is all the way up here. Maybe they can bash power with the noise marines. It's clear. Red team have done a big old retreat. Oh, assault marines in retreat path of those guys could pile into melee. There we go. Smack, 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 smack. And they got one. Well done, fellas. But you should be going to this power now. Not sure what they're trying to do. There we go. Go over there. Shoot some generators. Rhino on the way for both of the Ordo Malleus players. We have a teleporter pack force commander in retreat here with Artificer. Tactical marines get their sergeant. They might be going for Stern Guard. The Eternal War up on both of the CSM should be short work to deal with these gens here. Triple cap for red though. And a weird boy, which will be great to help stop this. There's the zap that will jump to different units, doing damage each time. That awesome special attack you just saw. They got them all. They still got them all. Did not use Warp Vomit for some reason. That would have completely shut them all down. These guys are still zapped up, but it should be fine. There we go. It goes away. Seismic Roar just went off there, I think. 282 to 442. Seismic Roar from the Rending Talons. We also have Extended Carapace, allowing this guy to charge around. If it wasn't terrifying enough, he can now charge at you. Not sure what that slowdown was. Is that a little bit of Rift Tear or something? We have a Rhino with a heavy bolter turret. And the other one with a las cannon. There it is. And Zill is off the field. Go outside. Can do a lot of work now potentially with this weird boy. There's a big blob of stormtroopers. We do have acolytes for a couple of them, or maybe just one of them. Warboss is angry as usual. Level 2 sluggers have their knob leader. There's no specific anti-vehicle here yet, but the weird boy's basic attacks can do good damage to vehicles. They can also friendly fire sluggers. Basically guaranteed that they're going to friendly fire sluggers at some point. That was a good little combo. Slowed down the sluggers with the purgation and then banish them with the strike squad. Knob leader now up on the Storm Boys. He has a heavy melee weapon. Took a while to retreat. Oh, they lost him. Might have saved them with the weird boy there, but I think they would have been okay. Strike squad. Did they just use a thing? Oh, that's Retribution, isn't it? Where are you, Django? Yes, it is. Retribution from the Force Rod. 75 energy, and Retribution, you just saw there, silences you, damages you, and knocks you back. Smacks around the weird boy as well. Hive Tyrant is for some reason trying to attack the Rhino. There we go. Attack some infantry. 'Tis what you are good at with your ending talons. What's going on in the southwest? Fritz continues to consistently push against Exterminatus with only 3 units. All the way up to the power, in fact, is a Power Fist Force Commander goes down to a Dreadnought. We do have a missile launcher up here. Was there something else? Was it already a Blood Crusher or something I missed? I don't think so, because they wouldn't have been able to get the Dreadnought up this quickly, I don't think. If they already spent 60 power on the Blood Crusher. Some decapping. Oh, from the Daemonhunter of YZ with the Hunter's Blade. Power melee weapon that grants 3 energy per hit. Now, it doesn't drain the energy. Yeah, it doesn't drain energy, I don't think. The other unit doesn't lose it, he just gains 3 energy. Boss pole buffs going on. Handy for a bunch of infantry all packed together. What is this fella doing? Sergeant's having some strange ideas. Oh, he just teleported into the Rhino, fair enough. 216 to 427. Actually finished a cap over there, but can he get away? No, he can't, has to retreat. It's a good banishment. They now have their Justicar, so it's powered up a bit. Can we see the Purgation slow down the tide a little bit at least? What do you aim for? You're just going to get jumped though, aren't you? Storm Boys just jumped there. There's not a lot they could do. Now, can the red team actually bash the power this time, rather than just charging on through and getting close to the base turrets? Might need to get the Rhino out of here. What is this? Oh, that's Retribution again. You know what I haven't seen yet? I've never seen the unique unit for these guys, the Crusaders. I haven't seen a Daemonhunter call in the Crusaders yet. You have the Tome of Tranquility for Django. Some nice energy regen, not only for him, but for surrounding allies. What about YZ? Still just the Hunter's Blade. There's another Rift Tear over there. Storm Boys looking for a fight, getting too close again to base. They haven't bashed power at all over here. They want to kill stuff. I guess it's fitting for Tyranids and Orks. Who needs strategy? What is this? Oh, pushed all the way through. Has Exterminatus, making short work of the power here. Well done. Got there in the end. Now they're going to get jumped probably. There it is. And a big old retreat, but the Sorcerer and the Heretics and the Dreadnought stay in play. Where's the other CSM? They're already back at base. Red team capping up the top. Did they get a power bash? I don't think so. They did get the wreck point, no. So they got some stuff done. Remember, whenever you push, you got to get some stuff done. You can't just like shoot a bunch of stuff and make it run away. You got to cap stuff or bash things. They did some capping at least. Unless, of course, you get an actual bunch of kills, unit wipes. That counts as getting stuff done. Grey Knight Terminators on the way for Django. Just went straight to tier 3 with triple Stormtroopers. Did quite well with it too. There's that Force Rod. Awesome custom model that someone made for us. Look at that. It's buried in the ground now. But it looks cool. Oh, the Rhino did go down for Django. They did have a Rhino, that's right. Carnifex is up for Zill. Starts off as a big old melee alien, but you can get ranged weapons for it or make it even tougher in melee if you want. Tactical Marines with Sergeant and Missile Launcher. These guys with their Sergeant too. Level 2 Force Commander and a level 1 still Sorcerer. Gone for the Sword of Flame and Robes of Torment. Could wait for the Force Commander to jump in, or teleport in rather, and wait for the Assault Marines to jump in, and then robe them, or chain them rather. Chains of Torment is the word, is the name of the ability. It's a good rift tear, really good place to put it, messing up these Orks' approach. Storm Boy's jumping in, staggered. Oh, they've lost a Nob leader. What is this? Oh, that's Retribution. Okay. I'm not sure why Retribution makes a bunch of green cap, but hey, Psychers can do what they want. And that's pretty good for messing up jump troops, because it means they can't jump away when they're silenced for a few seconds. Here come Grey Knight Terminators. Not sure you needed to teleport that way, fellas. That was like 5 feet away from you. They have their Liber Demonica, gives them Holocaust, which you see here, lifts them up. I think it does a little bit of damage over time, like flame damage, and then just drops them on their ass, which would probably hurt too, but doesn't do any damage. They have power melee halberds that do splash damage. Pretty vicious against infantry. We have a Thornback Carnifex. You just saw it charge through and drop some rippers out. Venom Brood here. Don't have their ranged Synapse, which would benefit the Ravener Brood. Oh no, it wouldn't. They have the enhanced Muscle Curl. These are melee Raveners now. Fritz taking both the natural VPs, maybe? Oh, why are those guys capping and not the Tactical Marines? I guess they want to bash power, don't they? With their missile launcher and stuff. Might get a nice flank Exterminatus. Meanwhile, blue team able to push through, get back onto the VP. And Grey Knight Terminators killed some rippers. Oh, rocks. If he just set that up with the Weird Boy a bit. With the Warp Vomit. You can retreat out of the Warp Vomit, obviously, but it knocks you over. And you need, you know, frames of animation to get back up. And during that time, Rocks is on ya. 144 to 342. Decent VP lead for the red team. I think they could have done more to bash the power, but they have fought the VPs well, especially Fritz at the bottom. Tons of DACA for the Terminators, but they are super heavy infantry, so they're shrugging off that piercing damage quite well. Uh-oh, Orbital. Oh, it's well hit down here. Where did the third beam go, though? Oh, he put them a bit too close together. This should do some good damage, though. Boom. A little bit unlucky that didn't knock them into the other beams there. Would have finished them off. These guys with a wrist-mounted silencer. Can they finish off this shooter boy? Nope, 6 hit points gets out of there. Thornback Carnifex. Good choice against the Terminators. Their power melee halberds not suited for fighting vehicles, which is what the Carnifex's armor counts as. 129 to 332. 1-to-1 cap now. Again, the red team marauding through, especially the Orks. They love to push all the way through here. So bang bang hammer Warboss, buffing everything nearby when he gets those hits in. And heavy armor, so he's really tough. And as I say that, is he going to go down? Yep, of course he does. Oh, this is a Tempest. Who's doing that? Is it you? Yes, the Armor of Damnation turns the Rift Tear into Tempest, which he channels for a duration. The longer you channel it, the more dangerous it gets. Starts off slowing you down, and then I think it silences you and then starts doing damage or something. It's nasty. It was adjusted in 294 because it was a little bit mental in 293. Had more phases, I think. They took some of them out. I think it used to blind you or something at some point. And he does have plenty of energy, because they have the Force Rod for plus 75. This gives you plus 50 and more energy regen. And this gives you more energy regen. 98 to 331. Trying to smack down the capillary tower there. YZ also has Armor of Damnation, so we could see double Tempests going on. There's the Rending Talons doing its seismic roar for the Hive Tyrant, Carlos. Can he just take down these Demon Hunters? Smack. Almost. Almost got him. Damnation gives you a decent chunk of health here. 200 health. So they're up to a reasonable 987 at level 2 there. Hive Tyrant goes down. Got too close to a bunch of angry Grey Knights. Some DACA, but need to back away. Can they hold their VP here? They've done quite a poor job at holding the VP up here, the red team. I mean, they've got a triple cap right now, and they've got great VPs. That's mostly because of Fritz at the bottom. Red team tend to grab the VP, push all the way through, instantly get forced off again, and then have to retake it. But at least they're retaking it quite easily. Grey Knight Terminator is getting messed up. Thornback Carnifex is on them. Takes one out. And they did a tiny little teleport for some reason. That was weird. More Grey Knight Terminators. These are from YZ and they go for the cap. Only 20 VPs remaining though for the blue team. Fritz has done a great job holding the bottom. He's got some Assault Terminators up. Haven't seen a lot of what's going on down here. So I like to watch the Daemonhunters fight. Because they are, you know, relatively new. No sign of the Crusaders though. I want to see some bloody Crusaders. Haven't seen them in a single game yet. 10 VPs remaining. There's the 2-1 for blue. Now Exterminatus, for some reason, is coming up here again. They should be trying to control their own VP a bit more. Is Fritz also coming up here? Where's the Force Commander? Nope. Looks like they were forced off, and Exterminatus did not go on to the VP. We got some Chaos Terminators with the autocannon, demoralizing units on kill, as you see here, those red effects. Another Carnifex, and they're both Thornbacks too. There's a Tempest, and there's a Tornado Formation. Some decent hits. Is it double Marco Zinc CSM? It is. Can the red team get back onto that contested and seal the deal? Looks like, yep, Fritz has come up here to fight. Assault Terminator is in play. Oh, they got caught on the orbital. I imagine that was from Django. That's a good hit on these guys. Really good hit on those Marines. That's a nasty hit. We have a Conversion Beam of Purgation. Should do good work against those Carnifexes. More damage the further away you are. And you can snare targets if you activate the ability they have, which I always forget the name of. Tempests all over the place. Doesn't do much to the Carnifex though, I don't think. Although maybe it silences them or something, so they can't charge away. Storm Boys are going to smack up a Rhino maybe. Rhino is allowing these guys to reinforce around it, so that they can take it out. That's a pretty big deal. Carnifexes are both going to go down, I believe. Conversion Beam are doing huge amounts of damage there. Got that to level 3. Triple cap for the blue team though. Fritz has some Vanguard veterans up. Back at base. Carnifex did eventually go down. In fact, Zill lost their entire army on that push. Ouch. They can respond quite well here. They should have really good requisition income, you know, not having an army. Fritz is going to get their VP back thanks to jump-in Vanguard veterans. I hear some Daka. What is it? Is this Sorcerer got caught decapping stuff? Didn't even level up somehow, this Sorcerer. It is tough to kill Marines. Can be hard to level up your heroes sometimes. We got Tax with a plasma gun and Tax with a missile launcher. Carnifex on the way for Zill. Big surprise there. Should get a Lictor, I think. Send it down to harass the enemy natural VP, maybe. Double cap for blue team. I mean, they've got the armies to drag this through and win it. All three of them have some kind of Terminators action going on. Purifier's now on the way for Django. Oh, some Marco Zinc CSM just got shot to death. Big misplay from Exterminatus. Force Commander tries to teleport through just to get to the VP, but that's a mistake. He's going to get messed up. And maybe go down? Yeah, he's going to go down. Power Fist there. Power Fist Terminator took him down. These guys should be capping the power. Free power right here. But they're not. Land Raider Crusader on the field for Django. Where's that conversion beam? I just saw it shoot. Oh, there it is. I hear some Daka. Storm Boys and Vanguard veterans jumping in. Messing up the Noise Marines, but the Storm Boys persuaded to leave by Terminators. Bunch of support now for Exterminatus. Purifiers running in. Are the Vanguard Veterans going to wipe? I think they might. 93 hit points, one more burst of damage. Yeah, down they go. Red have capitulated here last 5 minutes. We're just always a little bit sloppy with their pushes, the red team. It's kind of hard not to be with Orks and Tyranids sometimes, especially with the Orks. But should have been a little bit more disciplined. Going for the power a bit more rather than pushing all the way through. Leaving some stuff back to try and stabilize. Gene still a brood on the way for Zill. It's not over yet. They do have a Carnifex up, Thornback. And Carlos is up as well. An Imperial Abyss from Exterminatus. Looks like it wasn't quite hit perfectly. Also a Tempest in there too. Awesome effect for the Tempest. Great work by the modders to get it looking all fancy like. 10 to 52 on the VPs. We've got some scouts up for Fritz. They're going to sneak around and try and get decaps on the VP, I imagine. Yep. Elite training on the way. Sluggers hit level 4, not quite. Storm Boys almost level 3. LOL, says Exterminatus. Assault Terminators versus Grey Knight Terminators. Now these guys only have their hammers, so they haven't got their like anti-infantry loadout. And they're kind of getting messed up here. Use your choppers on the Storm Boys piling in too. They soaked up so much damage, those Assault Terminators. Wow, they wiped out the Purifiers. And the Assault Terminators live and teleport away. Grey Knight Terminators did not drop a model though. 10 to 25, 1-to-1 cap. That's Zill there, got a decap, well done. Looks like Carlos went down trying to get it. And it's been retaken by YZ. Now has Terminal Tranquility as well. It's a really good accessory for that guy. Carnifex. The only real threat here to it is the Multi-Melter on the Land Raider. There's a 2-to-1 for red. What is this? It's a Warboss, angry, chasing Grey Knight Terminators. 2 of them have fallen. Smack. Oh, the rocks. Looks like it didn't do a whole lot. And there's the game. With 10 VPs remaining, the blue team take it. It was really close at the end. But they couldn't really recover from those losses at the end. Gave it a good go though, the red team. Gave it a real good go when they took those losses. Had a level 6 Daemonhunter. Bravely fighting a Carnifex like a nutbag. Django's was level 5 with that Force Rod. We had a level 3 Sorcerer. So he did level up in the end. Well done, fella. Carlos the Hive Tyrant. Level 4 and down. Heroically getting that decap at the end. Warboss, level 4 and as angry as ever. And a level 3 Force Commander down. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.